Zdravím všechny, co si koukáme tady ze Stresa, vítejte u dalšího pokračování naší dobrodružství v Genshinu křížem krážem. A v dnešním díle to bude taková menší odbočka, podle toho, jak dlouhá, tak to bude vsuvka nebo samostatný díl, když předpokládám, nebo doufám, že to bude velký a zabere to celý díl aspoň. Protože se stal náhlej event, o kterým jsem v minulém díle nevěděl, takže předchozí plány se trošku odsouvají a pozměňují. Protože je speciální event, protože Nahida má narozky. Je Sabzeruz Festival, což je lórově prostě název jejich narozenin. Což mě zajímá, jestli někdy teďkon fakt má ty narozeniny. Je 27.10. a to je zítra. Pro mě, když tohleto video nahrávám. Takže jo, je fakt reálně aktuálně teďkon má narozeniny. Lol. To je zajímavý. Třeba mě to taky nějak podobně. Já jsem to dal 11. Na to nesmím zapomenout. Anywho. Nahida má narozeniny, je kolem toho velký festival a my se ho samozřejmě zúčastníme. Jenom předešlu, protože by nikdo si může všimnout nebo sobě pro později, jenom jakože takový note, aby všechno bylo, karty byly na stole. Jsem nemocnej a na mém hlase to bude poznat, ale ten event chci zvládnout a nějak zdokumentovat, takže co se dá dělat. Budu mluvit méně než obvykle, což na mě, jakožto silného introverta, to už bude docela výkon. Ale pokusím se komentnout něco sem tam, když budu chtít. Takže se na to rovno vrhnem. Je to v Port Ormosu. Celý Port Ormos je vyparáděnej. A my tu máme skupinku starých známých. Tak. Hello.
Hey, Tainari and Kali are over there. And Dia and Candace are with them. Let's go say hi.
Yeah. Nah, let's leave. Samozřejmě, že půjdem. A já ty je budu muset namlouvat, to snad ne. Well, tohoto suddenly took a left turn. Najednou jsem to moc nelíbí prospektově. Everyone go to their assignments? Then let's get this show on the road. Oh, and again, please be careful. The last thing we want is for her to find out about our plan. Don't worry about that. Mercenaries can keep a secret like our lives depend on it. I'm not sure this scenario is quite that extreme. You know what I mean, Candace. Just a figure of speech. I'm still kinda nervous. It's not that I'm scared and I'll let something slip. It's just, what if she suddenly shows up behind me?
Hey there, what are you guys talking about?
Hey, what are you guys talking about? Yeah, nothing, I swear. I know nothing about no, I'm not hiding anything. Just tell us the cat's already out of the bag. Calm down. Let's check whose bag he'll be before you freak out. Paimon, fancy meeting you here. Great to see you all. Oh, it's you. You scared me half to death. Just like when I use focus in class, that Tainari suddenly shows up behind me. Ready for the Sabzeruz Festival?
Festivals are always so fun. It seemed like the perfect time to come back and hang out with all of our friends.
This one's extra special. I heard from Master that the Academia is planning a grand birthday celebration. Perhaps it's a small attempt to make amends for their past behavior.
Guess we came at the perfect time. A grand celebration calls for even more good food and fun than usual. But
Hell yeah.
what were you gossiping about just now? Paimon heard something about a secret.
Over here, you two. We can all explain everything in private. Bylo zvláštní, že jako Paimon na to namluvili, ale ostatní ne. Takový jako buď všechno nebo nic. A tady jako je to zvláštní middle ground. We're preparing a birthday surprise for
Ooh,
Nahida.
birthday surprise?
Oh, it was Dia's idea actually. Well, it was just something that occurred to me while talking with Dunyazad. The Sabzeruz Festival always seems to follow the same formula, so I figured a change of pace might be nice. Dunyazad liked the idea, so I did so, and so did the others. So we got the ball rolling pretty quick. If we want this to be a surprise, though, the fewer people who know, the better. We're dealing with the god of wisdom here. A single slip of the tongue is enough to spoil the whole thing.
Yeah, that all makes sense. So, do we have to keep talking like this until the festival ends?
So, anyway, we only asked a few things for our friends to help out since they happen to have some free
So
time.
what exactly are you planning?
We heard that Endron loves candy, so we want to take advantage of that. We're also planning a birthday meal after a carriage parade, so we'll have a half the Mewa feast as well. We'll have most of the specific to Gave. Oh, Gave said that give it as a poison. Right now, all we need to do is purchase the food and decorations. Anything we can do to help?
Yeah, put us to work! Now that we're in on the plan, we should do something to contribute!
Hey, Candace, weren't you looking for something to help you with the shopping? Yeah, I've been in the desert for so long, I was worried I wouldn't be the best judge of the goods around here. Yeah, we can help. As long as that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all. We're more than happy to help.
Seems you're really learning your manners, Paimon. I'll happily take you up on the offer then. Alright, it's settled. Tainar will book the venue, Dunyazad and I will take care of the decorations, and you three are on food.
Ooh, so exciting! This is gonna be the best birthday surprise Nahida could ask for!
Shh!
Right. Paimon almost forgot.
Don't say the name! If you say the name, she will know. I recognize the music. To je ta hudba, kterou jsem dělal v tom muzikálním eventu. Od té doby, co jsem dělal ten muzikální event, tak si ty konkrétní hudby pamatuju. Rocking Carriage, nějaký ty minihry, ne? Taky. Musíme Fontaine recommending his new game, samozřejmě. Interreflections of reality and dreams. Certain abortories about here used for her psychotherapy experiment. Okay. Shadows of the Night's Blade. Vihar and researcher Safi are preparing for a special event that tell the tale of unknown battles of the Nightfall flowers. Sure. Go shopping with Candace. Yay. There we go.
Ooh, there's all kinds of delicious scents in the air today. The sea breeze in Port Ormos isn't even enough to cover them up.
It's the final stop of the carriage parade. So many of the vendors decided to set up the stalls in advance here, so the city's more lively than usual. The same goes for our village. Everyone's doing their part to make this a truly unforgettable Sabzeruz Festival.
Well, with all these vendors, there's no way we're going back empty-handed. Just leave the haggling to us.
Alright then. Let's, What's wrong? Are you okay? Fine. Sorry for making you worry. Let's go to the first store and order stuff up.
Welcome! What can I get for you today?
I'd like a place to order for the Sabzeruz Festival. Could you have it ready for pickup after the parade?
No problem at all. What'll it be?
We'll take 3 orders of malsa cheese balls, potato boats, curry shrimp, 10 orders of pani puri.
One sec. Let me jot this down. Potato boats, pani puri. All right. We'll have that ready as scheduled. That's a fairly sizable order.
Does that mean we can expect a discount, maybe?
Of course. Let me see. That should come to 29,000.
What about 20,000?
Huh?
Agretu na jednou deal maker, vole. Oh, she really went
Ah,
for
that's a
it.
bit tricky. We're going to be fairly busy that day.
What if I had 5 orders samosas? Would that help lower it?
Well, in that case, the most I can offer is 20% off.
Great, we'll take that.
Of course, of course. Thank you for your order.
So it turns out Candace is way better at haggling than us?
Oh, and one more
Oh,
thing,
something
just
you
as
wanted
a
to add to your
side
order,
note.
miss?
No, just wanted to remind you to keep an eye on the fire you got going there. If you let it burn for too long, it can become a safety hazard.
Oh, thanks for your concern, but I replaced the charcoal earlier today, so it should...
Boof. Bang!
Whoa! There's so much smoke!
Oh,
Yep. Are you alright?
I'm fine, thanks. It's just... That was so strange.
Was it the wind generator?
It's certainly possible. I had a similar problem not too long ago. I thought switching to this one would fix the issue, but...
We can look into the true cause of the problem a bit later. What matters now is that you're alright. Need any water?
I'm all right. It seems like you got a good eye, miss. Just wish your warning came a little earlier. Probably could have avoided this scenario entirely. In any case, I'll definitely fix the stove today, so don't worry about any delays.
Take your time. Your health and safety are more important. I'll just leave the deposit here.
Sounds good. See you soon.
That was a close call. Good thing you're fast on your feet, Candace.
How did you know something was wrong with the stove? I guess you could call it a gut feeling? It's hard to describe.
Well, where should we go next? Preferably somewhere without any fire hazards. Paimon's still a little traumatized by what happened.
Let's go buy some fruit. We needed to make the candy.
Sounds good. It's been a while since we had the chance to shop at Port Ormos. Maybe we can pick up some other things along the way.
This way.
Let's see. The fruit stand should be that way.
Další vision of the future. Uh-oh. Yep. Watch out.
Huh?
Okay, little one?
I'm fine. Thank you, miss.
What happened?
What do you
That
think?
crate came out of nowhere. Luckily, Candace saved that little girl before she got hit.
Where are your parents, child?
They're at the tavern by the harbor. But I got bored, so I came out to play.
You're safe now, little one. Just be careful next time.
Go back to your parents now, child.
Okay.
Whose
When you
crates
go
are
to Sumeru.
these?
They're mine?
How many times have I told you not to leave heavy objects by the road? When are you gonna learn?
I'm sorry. It's just... We ran out of storage on our latest shipment.
And?
Nothing. I'll take care of it right away.
Thank you, everyone. I should have been keeping a closer eye on everything. It's lucky you were here, Miss Candace. I really don't know how things would have turned out otherwise.
It was nothing. Don't blame yourself, Sheriff. I understand just how difficult it is to look after a whole region. Still, with the festival coming, we need your vigilance more than ever.
I always feel like I could use an extra pair of eyes during Sabzeruz season. I appreciate the reminder, Miss Candace. Anyway, you were probably in the middle of something, so I'll leave you to it. Enjoy the festival.
That was some quick thinking, Candace. It was like you leapt into action before the crate even started to fall.
Like you knew what was gonna happen before it happened. Actually, I think I did see something. I saw the crate fall before it did.
Wait, you mean you saw the future?
Something similar happened with the stove. I saw what was about to happen, in a way. Is it real? The Eye of Prophecy? I don't think it's related to my amber eye. Growing up, it's never shown me any kind of strange phenomena. But ever since this morning, I've been seeing things that don't match with reality. And after this few seconds, they actually come to pass.
Have you told anyone else about this?
Not yet. I still haven't determined if this is the true power of prophecy, and I don't want to make everyone worry. But why did it come out so suddenly? Did something happen this morning? Nothing out of the ordinary, really. I prayed to the gods, made my plan for the day, and then went to meet my friends. Although if I had to think of something, I did buy this gem along the way. Oh, just by a coincidence.
Whoa, it's beautiful!
Something about it. You sense it too. This gem seems to contain traces of unusual elemental energy. I only bought it because it piqued my interest.
Could the gem be the source of the visions?
Certainly possible. Here, try it for yourself. Maybe you'll see something. I don't think anything happened. So it doesn't work just for anyone. Perhaps there's some kind of trigger condition. Or could it be because of my connection to Lord Al-Ahmar?
Maybe we could ask the others.
Everyone's been so busy preparing for the festival. I don't want them to trouble with something so trivial like this. Luckily, I don't have any responsibilities over the next few days, so I can investigate this on my own. It's part of my duty as guardian. We can help too. Even better, having your company is like sitting around a bonfire with trusting companions. Your presence puts people at ease. Alright, let's finish our shopping first. Then we can investigate the gem. At the very least, we should ask around the merchant circles for information on its origins.
Speaking of merchants, Paimon can think of someone who's always in the know. Although getting information out of her is definitely gonna cost us.
Ah, you mean Dory? I've heard people talk about her in our village before.
Yep, that's the one. But she's pretty touchy when it comes to Mora, so it's best not to haggle too much.
You purchase the fruits on the shopping list. The vendor tells you where to find Dory. Here are the goods you asked for, as promised. All the best quality, I assure you. Can I trust any of my newest offerings before you go? No. Well, see you around then.
Dory!
You visited my two male customers. And Miss Candace? Now this is getting interesting. What brings you, the guardian of our village, to my neck of the woods? All my business in the desert is strictly above board, I assure you. You misunderstand, Miss Dory. We're just here for some information. Oh, you're marketing for some intel. Well, you come to the right place. I love dealing in information. It's easy to carry, and even easier to hike up the price. Oh, which is, of course, very reasonable. I bought a very peculiar gem this morning. I have a name of the merchant who sold it to me. I want to ask the merchant about the craftsman who cut this gem and where they got their ore. Oh, sorry, couldn't track them down. Not in his job. It'll come at a hefty price. Well, then we don't necessarily have to track down the specific person. If you have a way of obtaining the information I seek, Miss Dory, I will be happy to compensate you for the services as well. I can fight the person, no problem, but it's not as lucrative if I put it like that. I have a few connections who work with gemstones. I'm better off charging them for the information directly. Well, now you're just acting the impossible. These kinds of things tend to be trade secrets. Nobody is to get that information, even from the great lord of Sangama Bay. Just name that price already. Oh, if you insist. Now let me see. There's cost of travel, the gifts I'll have to buy. I'm thinking 200,000 Mora.
Yikes, that's steep.
That exceeds our budget, I'm afraid. Can you go any lower? Well, our village has done favors in the past, so I can make a strike a deal. Why don't you make me an offer? How about 50,000? Excuse me? It's even more aggressive than back at the market. Something wrong? That's usually the going rate for this kind of intel in the desert. Impossible. I wouldn't even put a food on the table at that rate. Can't do it. No. What a shame. How about 30,000 more now? Well, that's even lower. 30,000 more plus a lot of shit that costs even more. Whenever you know I throw an extra tax acceptation as well. How does that sound? I it certainly has some promising business opportunities. Securing the protection of local guardian isn't actually a bad trade when you think about it. I'm not the only one profiting from this deal, though. I bet she made an offer so our village could benefit from remote business activity, too. What a scary woman. Alright. After some reflection, I've decided to forego the profit for this venture. The 30,000 it is. Now I know why people call you the #1 merchant. Your generosity is truly unmatched. Of course, you're an esteemed client, Miss Candace. I stand to gain more your friendship than anything else, so who cares about the money? If that's the case, then, and by that I mean we landed on the perfect price. 30,000 and nothing less. Just gonna have to treat my gem contact to a 500 more food stall instead. I really have to go on my way to get this intel, so I'll need some time. Why don't you come back tomorrow? Of course. Thank you, Miss Dory. You will be a huge help. Lumine, you only made it back to Sumeru, so why don't you take it up for yourself? I'll handle the rest of the orders.
Really? Paimon feels kind of bad, though. We didn't turn out to be much help.
Don't say that. I dragged her into my own personal investigation. I should be the one apologizing. It was nothing. Don't worry about it. Noble as always. May the gods protect you. And you, Miss Dory, safe travels. Yep, take care. Hey, first gift complete. Give her sweetness. Wait until the following morning. Mezi tím zkusíme ty merchanty lomeno minihry. Are you Lumina by any chance? Yep, that's me. Are you a YouTuber? Yes, I am. Good thing we bumped into you. Help me to introduce myself. I'm Dharmakirti, a Gastur from Amurta. We've heard of you, of course, but in truth we don't know much about you. But we're doing research on dreamscapes lately, and the Gentle Archon informed us that you were the most cool-headed person she's ever seen when distinguishing dreams from reality. Aw, she flatters me. Don't be so modest. Anyway, that's precisely what our project is about, and what our data indicates is that people struggle to consciously wake up after falling asleep. We intend to utilize the psychological influence that dreams have on people to help regulate various psychological disorders. Specifically, we will use targeted environmental hints and guidance based on each patient's individual situation to create a suitable dreamscape for them. The technology to enter shared dreamscapes is still rather new, and advancements are mainly thanks to the many improvements made by the Dendro Archon. Simply put, our goal is to address patients' psychological problems, adjusting their cognitive states within the dreamscapes. That is a lot of complex academia shit. Oh, right, sorry. Couldn't help rambling on about the project a bit. It's quite complicated, yes. Simply put, we're conducting medical research on the psychological effects of dreams, but we're gotten a bit stuck when it comes to practical implements. So how are we calculating my payment? Come on, tell me to me straight. Oh, got it in one go. Yep, embarrassing. None of our project members ever have any experience maintaining awareness within the dreamscape, so that's left us with feeling really depressed. But now that we know people like you exist, hope has been rekindled. Also, we have our Archon to thank for this. Had she not heard our report, she suggested we discuss things with you, so I'm afraid our project would have been abandoned. I have faith if this psychotherapy is popularized, then it will be able to significantly reduce the rate of mental disorders in the Academy's annual statistics. So far from what you just said before, I can assume you're willing to help? Sure. Why not? Great, I'll organize the patient files right away. Come find me whenever you have time. The experimental process works like this. You need to relax and enter a dreamscape. When you're inside the dreamscape, you need to follow the instructions given in the file and find the anomalous aspects related to the patient. Correct them, leave the dream, and that's it. Takže je to observation duty, nebo jak se jmenují tyhle ty hry. We also prepare emergency measures to get you out of dreamscapes if you need it. The safety of the volunteers and patients is far more important than the success. Every patient has unique circumstances and must be handled very carefully. Well then, come find me whenever you're free. Thank you for generosity. Save your life. You have to enter your find anomalies and correct them. You will need specific items in dreamscapes based on their description. Use the special skill catch and correct on them to deal with the corresponding anomalies. You can speak to the patients in the dreamscapes to learn what ails them in detail. If you do not find any anomalies within certain time, may give you subconscious hints. No, když už jsme si vyslechli celý dialog, tak zrovna to půjde. Zřejmě na její narozeniny se odemkne poslední tady sekce. The more I look at this tavern, the stranger it seems. It looks like the chairs and ornaments are a bit different from normal, like they're upside down. To prostě mi vyloženě to ukážou. Inspect the decorations and chairs. Tohle židle je jako by byla skoro z jiného dřeva. Hey there, are you one assisting me with dreamscapes? To be honest, I don't know what my dream's going to be about. I'm from Mondstadt and don't have any hobbies, you know, except drinking. I'm the one type who messed up sometimes when I get sloshed, so I'm counting on you. 6 anomalies. Židle na stole, retardovaně. Chairs and decorations. Huh? That's much easier than the eyes, but still feel they're upside down. Uncomfortable. Takže by další tady zvířecí hlava a další zvířecí hlava. A vidím. There we go. Topsy-turvy. That's more like it. Sure was a mess, but at least it's better now. What would the entry should be without me? Něco to and fro. Ooh, Yongguang. Pleasure to meet you. We're about to make their dreamscape together. I'm Yongguang, a guard from Liyue. I'm touched something unclean while at work and haven't got a good night's sleep since. If I can dispel my nightmares through the therapy, that would be amazing. Bohužel jsem si nepřečet ten hint, tak jo. Levitující krabice. Levitující socha. Levitující socha. Levitující socha. Numerous demons are in the perimeter, however, I can still feel a sinister presence. There must be more of them. A levitující socha, co se schovává v ruinách. Prohled tady zákoutí, kdyby náhodou. Tady vymyslel nějaký cheeky business. Do not hide, ty nám někdy. Tady. No jestli právě tam budou úplně nahoře. Ale už je na levitící krabice. There we go. That must be a blessing for some illuminated bird. Thank you for letting me mercy on the lowly guards such as myself. I'll be looking for the next job. So, demons, great blessed, and honor the depthi. Please shower us with your mercy. Do not hide any object floating to and fro. And we're all in the Zuma's yokai. Come out, show your faces. Takže nějaký popularizovaný místo a některý lidi budou mít masky. Tetsuya. The name of yokai novel. I've been under lots of pressure lately. I'm trying to think to do what it takes to get back on my feet. My dreamscape have a personalized look, considering it's a world of my making, with all the issues that entails. Apologies for any strange things you might see. No, jak nejdřív tu poster věc, tuhletu holku na tohleto mostíku. Another one. Samozřejmě, že se tu schovává někdo podezřelej. Zajímavý, že to bývají děti. Dospělej. The okay in the chorus I came out, but is the real of them feel like there must be a few more. One more dude over here. Guard to má na sobě dokonce. Tady týpek prostě sedí v řadě. Že jsem nebyl tady za tím mostíkem, tady v těch končinách. Je to ta bábrale, co stojí na plotě. I found them. I got it now. Quick, give me a pen. It's time to write. A poslední. To bude Fontaine, I guess. Nebo Natlan možná. Why, never. Never. Each piece of lab equipment is more disobedient than the last. I don't care how much energy you have, just develop messing around and behave yourself. Že jeho instrumenty jsou neposedné a mají spoustu energie. Qualified volunteer. Yes, so the qualified volunteer is one so young. Aren't many young people in prison nowadays? Go Minitish. I'm a traveling Spantamount scholar, presently working in long term in Fontaine. We older folks tend to come by all manners of problems more easily. I'm counting on you to help me get to the heart of things, youngster. Já si říkal, že jsem je viděl pohnout. This is far neater, but there were a few more pieces of unruly equipment. I'll sort them all. Nic mi dál nepřijde super mega obvious. No, tamhle. To je schovaný. Finally spick and span, everything is in place. Feels good just looking at it. Žádném. Tada. Tada. Jak je dostáváte ty barevný gemíky k tomu, se mi rozhodně bude hodit. Leave this for now. Tak zase za to budu mít věci. Yeah, complete the stage Big on Demons. Jej. Že mám 250 000. Festival. Dostanu Cadence. Jej. A taky zlatý ty tablety. Nem. Following morning. Jo, přešli jsme půlnoc a je 2 ráno, takže mezi tím, co čekáme, tak můžeme tady na další věc. My greetings to you, dear traveler, your friend. Have you enjoyed Sabzeruz? If you're interested, the Phantom Toy Master shall please invite you to play my new game, Rockin' Carriage. Just imagine Nahida having swing from side to side in your carriage. Yeah, I'm getting all glad stuff over here. Yeah, I really want to imagine Nahida actually doing that. All in Sumeru wish that the Dendroka shall be happy ever after. So, the association you made, what an excellent scene, one that deserves to be read upon a magnificent scroll, if I do say so myself. So the atmosphere of this game is a livelier thing, rather than a celebration. It's best thought of it as an adventure. Smart or not, nice or naughty, every child with a good heart will receive their own flower carriage during this Sabzeruz celebration. Riding in their carriage, the children shall embark on unique adventures in encountering and overcoming danger and finding the greatest treasure, 1,000 blooming flowers. Trust me, your danger overcoming pros. Yeah, that's right. It's worth a treasure and might as well be ours already. Ah, good. In this case, play on. Play to your heart's content. When the flower carriage is in motion, it can change its route to avoid obstacles. Flower carriage will lose when it hits obstacles, and if you fail, collect many flowers as possible to fulfill the score. Should I get me in? Ne. Hrajeme de facto úplně klasickou mobilní hru. Tohle by v mobil game marketu úplně pasovalo úplně k prdel na hrnec. Prostě endless, prostě Subway Surfer style věc. Ještě kdyby se to zrychlovalo, to tempo je kumulativně, tak to by bylo úplně ono. Yay. Got it. At the beginning of this story adventure, Flower Carriage departs Amidst the excitement and anticipation of its shortness, the wheels slowly turned, the path is wide, flat, obstacles appear, but now and again, serving as the first trial of the lower air. As the journey continues, the winding road unfolds before your eyes. As the flower carriage weaves back and forth, the passengers sway with it. As through the rocking musical rhythm, thrilling challenges ceases to be nerve-wracking. The flower carriage will make like nearby fellows for time after you collect the bonus. May the flower collecting begin. Nové překážky. Yes, vymysnul. Taková tragédie. Aspoň, že hudba je banger. Hey, got it. Magical treasure trove. Children have heard from adventurers that treasure is always protected by layers and layers of tough obstacles, and the thousand blooming flowers are no different. However, overcoming difficult trials makes the feeling of accomplishment with opening a treasure all the more glorious. The flowers obtained will grant you bonus points for some time after leaving a blooming bloom. The flower carriage will become immune to negative effects of collisions with obstacles after obtaining the blessing. Když seberu štít, tak můžu bourat. Perfect timing. No mistakes. Perfect plan for procuring precious treasure. Yeah, let's switch it. After experiencing all the trials along the way, the children have long since grown accustomed to all kinds of obstacles that become ace drivers. Now they can plot an ingenious course through any obstacle, sailing through the final treasure. Final treasure indeed. In some stages, the flower carriage will continuously accelerate up to top speed if it hits no obstacles. Teď je to mobilní hra. Teď je v roli i akcelerace. Takže teď budeme potřebovat ještě větší timing. まさか、このタイミング。Asi, že mi to stejně nespomalilo. Ale já jsem sebral nějaký ten štít a nepoužil ho, tak pokud ten štít mám ne časově, ale dokud ho nepoužiju, tak to je pořád v pohodě. Žádné prše z vázy nerozbijem. Třeba odkašlat. Je konec. Jej. Kolekneme si úplně všechno, je za to docela delicious stuff. Akorát to.
Candace, you're here! Have you seen Dory?
She just left. I got here earlier and she had already started doing business early. So you wrap things up right away. She left the city as soon as I handed the travel permit and tax waiver, as I
Wow, she
promised.
sure didn't waste any time. So, how'd it go? Did she tell you where the gem came from?
Yes. According to the local gem merchants, the ore was retrieved from a nameless ruin in the desert months ago. The ruins were in very poor condition. Even the writings on the wall were impossible to read. They mentioned something even more concerning, though. Apparently, the craftsman made another gem just like this.
So there's two?
The ore had a crack down the middle. Craftsmen believed it would be impossible to repair, so they turned it into two gems instead.
So where's the other gem now?
That's exactly what I would like to know. If this gem truly provides the power of foresight, the consequences could be detrimental in the wrong hands. Funny enough, I heard a caravan was robbed just this morning in a remote part of the desert.
You think it's related to the other gem?
Can't say for sure, but I do know this. Only small-scale caravans or ones carrying important goods travel on remote paths like this, and their routes are highly confidential. So what you're saying is whoever attacked the caravan was able to predict its exact location. Certainly possible.
Sounds like we need to investigate the site of the robbery. But what about the preparations for the Sabzeruz Festival?
Bia said we can meet up with everyone later. If we hurry, we should be able to get back in time. Of course, if you have other plans, don't feel obligated to come with me.
Hey, we're in this together. There's no way we're backing out now.
Yeah, let's head out. I should have known you would say that. Thanks for your all help. Hey, second gift. I believe the robbery took place not too far from here.
Wow, we really are in the middle of nowhere.
Over here. Do you sense that? Sends a trace amount of elemental energy. Exactly. Among the desert tribes many are capable of wielding elemental energy. The same is true for the eremites. Some use that power to attack caravans, and some
Wait,
quick more.
are those broken planks over there?
Yes, all that's out of the transport wagon, I would imagine. Strange, the wood looks charred. Was there an explosion? See traces of activity over there. Let's follow the road and see what we can find. So something left behind by the caravan. Traces are pointing this way. Let's go up. Shouldn't be far now.
Oh, I can't believe this. We made sure to pick a remote path and we still got ambushed.
Excuse me. Sorry for the interruption.
Ah! Who's there?
I'm Candace, the guardian of Varu village. I'm trying to learn more about the robbery that took place this morning.
Guardian? Calm down. I think we're safe. Pretty sure stealing's not in a guardian's job description.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Don't mind him. Some of our guys are still on edge after the robbery this morning.
I can sympathize, of course. There's no need to be nervous. Although, is this where you plan to set up a camp? Caravan Rebut isn't that far, you know.
The robbery took everything from us. We can't just let that slide, so I'm taking my men to confront them and get back some of what they stole at least.
I would caution against that, especially when it looks like you're low on rations as it is. In the desert, impulsivity and overconfidence can become fatal. What was it that you were transporting?
Hazardous materials.
Excuse me?
For the love of... You can't just say that. Listen, it was just some firecrackers and fireworks. That's all.
But that's what the crates had written on them.
They're fireworks. What else would they be labeled as? Perishable goods? Just
Wow.
ignore him, please. As you can see, some of my guys aren't particularly bright. If the guards at Caravan Rebot hear of this, we'll get questioned all over again.
So the jar marks on the planks were from fireworks? And where were you sending those
To some
goods?
tribal camps in the desert. Everybody's looking to celebrate with the Sabzeruz Festival coming up. Even small businesses like us got a share of the orders. Mostly the long-distance transports that no one else wanted.
I see. Could you describe the robbery?
Well, it was like this. We had just set out on the remote path when...
A web of thorns and vines suddenly blocked our way.
Mines?
What? No, why would there be vines in the desert? Our wagon got stuck in the sand.
Oh,
That's what
wow.
happened. After that...
Bombs started falling from the sky.
Maria,
Ugh, just stop talking. That robbery messed you up more than I thought. Don't listen to his nonsense. Anyway, as we were trapped,
Anyway,
the bandits
get to the
started
point.
firing rockets at us, which made a lot of the fireworks go off. In the middle of all the chaos, they ran off with the rest of our stuff.
Did you see what they looked like?
No, we couldn't really see anything. There was sand everywhere, and we were more preoccupied with getting out alive. Although, I did notice that one of the bandits had this green stone.
Did it look anything like this?
Yes, exactly like that. I just couldn't make sense of it. If you already have something that valuable, why go after our cheap firecrackers?
Unless the hazardous materials were targeted for some other reason. Alright, I think I understand the situation. Thank you for your cooperation. I would still urge you to head to Caravan Rebut and report the incident. For your own safety, don't let your anger lead you to something foolish.
Well, all right. We'll just take another quick break before we head over.
Good. Let's go. Alright, we should be out of earshot. So what do you think, Lumina? I'm not sure about their goods or identity. Not sure about... Not sure about the goods. Yeah, I feel the same way. Their leader was clearly hiding something. I think we can safely say those weren't simple fireworks shipments. And now, whatever the hazardous materials they were transporting have fallen into the hands of another group of bandits.
So one group of bad guys attacked the other?
It's very possible. In any case, our biggest concern right now is the group that currently has the goods, and what their goal may be. Yeah, the Sabzeruz Festival is coming up. I see what you mean. Their methods were precise and effective. Very likely they're exploiting the visions granted by the gem. The situation can be even more precarious than we thought. I don't think we should hide this any longer. Let's head back to Caravan Rebuild and explain the situation. Traveling back. Rest here for now, you two. I'll be back as soon as I've spoken to the guards.
Paimon hopes the Sabzeruz Festival doesn't get ruined. Things are turning out to be more complicated than we expected.
Oh? And what things would those be? Sounds like something the General Mahamatra should know about.
Saino má hlas. Chvála Celesty, ty vole. Někdo, vole, z těch nejvíc signifikantních charakterů má hlas, vole. Kromě Paimon. Paimon a teď Saino a všechny vedlejší postavy. Ostatní hlavní postavy prostě nemají hlas for some reason. Like, what the fuck?
So, what are you doing here?
I'm here on business,
Saino.
investigating an unusual robbery case.
Wait, could it be the same one we've been investigating?
Sounds like I've been hard at work anyway.
Just doing my duty. By the way, I brought something that I think might help with the investigation. Here, have some patisara pudding.
What?
Okay, thanks.
They out of nowhere.
Well, find any clues? They say the proof is in the pudding, after all.
Wow. Ba-dum-tsh. Wow.
Did you have to tell that joke with Paimon had a mouthful of pudding? She almost choked.
Wow. That was very funny.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Tell me more about this robbery case of yours.
Meanwhile, we explain.
I see. So you and Candace already did a preliminary investigation.
Yep.
Yep.
Candace can tell you the rest when she gets back. That merchant group was really suspicious.
All right. You can leave the rest to me. On a different note, do you have any other plans for the day?
Oh, we'll probably head back with Candace. We're meeting up with everyone to prepare for the
Paimon!
super awesome dinner we're planning tonight.
Saino's working quarters aren't too far from Nahida's. Did I already tell them about it?
Strange. Sounds like you're hiding something from me.
What? No, not at all. We never did.
No. To bylo nemožný.
Do you know why henna berries can't tell a lie?
Why?
Because they're always going to be red straight through.
Good one.
You think so? Then tell me your secret.
Seriously, there's no secret.
Is that so? You're not afraid of ending up like the bass in the lake?
What?
Because they always wind up eating their worms.
Wow, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, who knew being interrogated by the General Mahamatra was this miserable?
Someone's being interrogated. Am I missing something?
Candace! Thank goodness you're back. Please save us.
Oh, it can't be anything too bad if Saino's grinning from ear to ear.
Nice to see you, Candace. The Traveler already updated me on everything, so you can leave the robbery case to me. But when I asked about their plans this afternoon, they started dodging my questions.
This afternoon, aren't we heading back to our poems to work on the surprise?
Candace! It's supposed to be a secret.
It's alright. Saino's been part of the plan.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
Well, once you told me about the case, I realized I might not make it this afternoon. I was going to ask you to tell the group, but you decided to end the conversation.
Seriously? So we had to listen to a couple of Sino jokes for nothing?
It was 3 jokes, actually. Right, we never told you who was involved. Apologies.
Well, with that resolved, could you tell the group I've got a case? Oh, and these are the items I was supposed to get. Could you take them back with you?
Sure thing. We've got this.
I would hope so. I just handed it to you.
Oh, enough already.
Wow. Hand, prostě předá nám věc. You got it? Yeah, don't worry, we got this. No bych doufal, teď se vám to dal, vole. Wow. Jokester Sino je moje asi nejnovější favorite human being. Jokester Sino je totálně fucking class. Anecdotes. Yeah, first gift, second and third. Third gift je až na její actual narozeniny. To je dost cool. Tak. Se ohlásím zase pak o pár dní později. Pořád mu rovnou můžu říct, že za těch pár dní budu stejně nemocnej, takže to vám nikam neunikne.
We're back. Finally free from all those terrible jokes.
I rarely get to spend the time with Sino outside of work. I'm sure he's just happy you came back for the Sabzeruz Festival.
That explains why he had all those jokes ready to go even while on the job. Paimon will never understand how he doesn't give himself a cringe attack.
Wow. Speaking of cringe attack,
Candace? Did you have another vision?
yes, I saw two people enter the alley over there. They seemed suspicious. I think they were talking about something dangerous.
Dangerous? Maybe they're the bandits from earlier.
Did you see what they look like? No, unfortunately visions are very blurry. Couldn't catch a few words and some vague
Then let's
images.
sneak up on them. If they're the ones looking to cause trouble during the Sabzeruz Festival, we should catch them in the act.
Oh, let's go. No, nothing. Secret signal. Explode. They will know. The merchants will know fucking nothing. Wait for my secret signal, and then wait for the moment when the explosion goes
Hey,
off.
did you hear that? Sounds like they're talking about something dangerous.
If you wanna hear more, we should get closer. How close is too close? When the Archon passes by the flower carriage, we'll launch it. We'll launch it with the rocket. We'll launch the rockets at the carriage and factor in the object's trajectory. And we will blow up the Archon and the carriage he will be with. The plan is completely foolproof. Stop your planning at once.
Wait, it's you two? Oh, what kind of terrible plan were you talking about just now? Something about explosions and the flower carriage?
The connections we make reveal a lot about the mind. Well, the fact you were at a dark place simply shows the way you think. Honestly, Paimon, what kind of thing do you think we were doing? We're just discussing the birthday surprise. A couple hours ago, or minutes ago, like I said, that's not it. We need more than just a heartless transactional relationship. You're overthinking the whole thing. It was your theory in the first place, and that Merak disappeared after working for you all this time without anything in return. I think I'm allowed some dramatics. Merak hasn't come back since I sent you out for coffee. Perhaps the underlings at the Academia pick up coffee for their seniors taught Merak something about its own situation. You're saying I treat Merak like my inferior? I would never. I was just worried that Merak had some sort of awful experience and decided to run away. Maybe something triggered an existential crisis and Merak became so angry about its mechanical existence it decided to never come back. That's certainly an imaginative conclusion. No, it's impossible. I created Merak myself and I perform regular maintenance every week. There's no way Merak would be that heartless. And here you are in Port Ormos, telling me all this when I'm supposed to be working. It's good I ran into you, actually. I was hoping you could take a look at my proposal. I thought you were confident in your abilities. It's not like that. I wanted to confirm the route of the flower carriage. Unfortunately, I know nothing about the route for the flower carriage. What? You're not involved in the festival? Yeah, couldn't convince you to help out? Organizing festival is not part of my job description. Do you really think the Academia would convince me otherwise? You got a point. Well, could you at least take a look at the final explosion? Explosion? Yeah, yep. The candy tower I designed is going to hit the flower carriage at a designated time and explode into pieces, shooting candy in all directions. So many people will be killed that it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the dangerous kind of explosion, of course. It's supposed to look like fireworks, so it's going to be. It's gonna be deadly. I consulted a bunch of food engineering papers, so it's completely dangerous. The candy is hard and the packaging is as rough as a sandpaper. Takový škrábanců bude, že to nebudete věřit. Once I receive the secret signal, Merrick will activate mechanism from afar. That way I can make sure the explosion goes off at the right time and place. And when is that supposed to be? When the Dendro Argon passes by the flower carriage, once we receive the signal, we'll launch it and kaboom! Don't forget to factor in the object's trajectory and humidity level. Already done. The mechanism inside the candy tower controls for those factors. The plan is completely foolproof.
Okay, so that's what all this was about?
Yeah, your mind set on a very different interpretation.
Well, about that.
No, pořád chtějí explodovat flower carriage a zranit Nahidu tím, že prostě na ní sesypou celou candy tavru, jí schoděj na hlavu, takže jako nebylo to úplně daleko. It's alright. We'll explain our side of the story. I have a gem that lets me see the future. Ability to see the future? That's incredible. Fascinating. You formulated a hypothesis based on an interpretation of Gem's abilities, yet the results failed to corroborate it. Perhaps it's called for a different postulation.
Maybe you could dumb that down a little.
You assumed you were seeing the future. What if you were actually seeing the past?
The past?
Jahangir said that it was the second time his wind generator broke down. Mechanical failures of that nature come with predictable consequence. His lack of surprise suggests something similar happened in the past. As for falling crates, during a busy time like the Sabzeruz Festival, people often snag their cranes on both sides of the street, likely leading to similar accidents. Seeing people having a private conversation in a secluded place is even more common. So you're saying we just happened to witness events that have occurred before? It's easy for mundane events to appear special. So either you can predict the future and make it deviate off course, or you happen to witness the past. Yeah, the second option seems a bit easier to swallow. That's not why I brought it up, though. I was simply trying to offer a change in perspective.
Well, it does explain what we saw.
The conditions and actions required to trigger this power are still unclear. If you plan to investigate further, you should pay attention to those two factors. Speaking of change in perspective, maybe you were the one that scared Merak off. An ingenious thought, if Merak and I had never met before. Yeah, Merak should be used to you, especially after I programmed it to recognize her voice. Something else must have happened.
Kaveh, if Marek is missing, what's that thing coming toward us right now?
What is that anyway? Merak, where have you been? Babe. You went to look for more coffee beans because the shop was out of stock? If they're out, they're out. You don't have to go that far. Merak sure is persistent.
Candace, something on your mind?
I was just thinking about Mr. Al-Haytham's theory. It makes sense until we factor in the robbery in the desert. Tainari! Oh, you're all here. Something wrong? You look troubled. Just trying to work through some mysteries. Oh right, it's almost time for our meeting. We'll catch you up on the way. If I'm needed at the house of Dana. See you later.
Yep, bye-bye.
Huh? Go to the gather spot. Will do. Faruzan. Tady v nějaký kavárně. To tu pracuje. Nice of you to finally show up. All young and capable, and yet not one of you could get here before the senior, such as myself. Apologies, Madame Faruzan. We got caught up in a discussion. A discussion more important than the candy tower. Finding a suitable material for the candy that was supposed to be the priority. Or might we not make it to the make it to the time for the parade? Well, did you figure something out? Yes, it took me several dozen papers, but I got it in the end. Well, at least you young people work fast. Alright, now's not the time to slack off. We need to focus, or we still might not make it. You're right, we should leave the other case to Sino. There's not much we can do from here anyway. Well, let's get to it. Don't make me order you around like little kids. Oh, and Kave, you wanted the mechanism to simulate the parade, right? I finished it. Already? That's amazing. No more difficult than Harvatat's standard circulum 100 years ago. Let me know if it works. Thank you so much, Madame Faruzan. Lumine, mind helping you test this out? I need to observe the carriage to make adjustments to the candy tower. Sure, leave it to me. While the flower gauges emotion, you can change his rather. Wow, to, že mě donutí hrát tuhletu minihru, ale já jsem přitom už tu minihru dohrál v přípravě. Well, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I was preparing for this. I was training in the mountains, collecting flowers upon a bridge. Yay, got them all. Oh, not bad. Looks like a successful simulation. Thanks to you two, I already have a pretty good idea on how the tower should look. Alright, now it's time for the production phase. Go ahead and sketch out the design. We'll deal with the candy part. Barakali and Dia. They've been Miss Dunya's outhouse in the past couple of days working on the candy decorations. I'm sure they have it under control.
Wait, now that you mention it, why aren't we meeting in the city? Wouldn't that be more convenient?
Because we're right under Delgar's nose that way. It would be too easy to run into her. Jo, něco mi říká, že Madame Nahida se pro nás dojde. Being further away means our chances of getting caught are lower. Oh yeah? Last thing we want is for Dedrath to discover the surprise way too early and ruin it. What's going on? I thought I just heard my name. My lovely outfit. Yep. Teď vysokou tóně neudělám, takže údiv ode mě bohužel nemůžete čekat. Oh no. Well, nothing's happening over here. Kave? Madame Faruzan? You called this a design? What possessed you to use that kind of material for the roof? Oh, play along. The design of returns centuries of some architectural tradition. The dragon would be devastated if she saw it. Oh, yes, you're right. I mean, look at the facade. Completely unacceptable. I'm sure you can come up with a new design in a few days, right? Of course, I'll get something to you first thing tomorrow. Oh, it was a conversation about architecture. I think innovations can be a good thing. Don't mind us, Archon. Kaveh is an intelligent young man. He just goes overboard sometimes. I really just imagine it run wild. Don't worry, it's a simple fix. I see. Yeah, nothing to worry about. He'll revise the design right away. Alright, if you say so. Still, I'd be happy to take a look at the plans. I might be give us some pointers. No. Oh, is this not a good time? Well, about that. They look extremely uncomfortable. Are they afraid to show me their work? Or embarrassed to talk about the problem? Kež bych měl hlas, který byl funkční. Kež by oni měli nějaký dialog, abych to nemusel namlouvat celý. Když se necítím na 100% ještě. The plants, I almost forgot. My friend has them. The guy's always causing trouble. I'll fetch them in a bit. They're definitely up to something. Neříkej. Please leave him alone. Okay. Kolik lidí ještě se sem připojí, ty vole? Milu. Huh? Save us now. Huh? What do you mean? Textury. Prohodil jsem trošku pár textur a zdá se, že ta Nahida normální textura nechce kooperovat se mnou. Že super, lovely, love to see it. Takže uno momento once again. Archon. Oh, Nilu, did you need something? Yes, I've been looking for you all over. The folks at the Bear Theater had some questions about the program for the Sabzeruz Festival. Thumbs up. Prostě za Nahidou prostě 7 lidí thumbs up. Oh, I'll head right over then. Thank you for coming all this way. Oh no, thank you for taking time of your busy schedule to pay us a visit. It's no trouble. I had a lot of free time lately. I heard things were getting lively at Port Ormuz, so I decided to come take a look what that's about. I guess I should head back with Nilu. See you all at some other time. Wink. Nilu je zachrání, vole.
That was too close.
Wow, Paimon nemá obličej. Sorry for yelling just now, Kaveh. Don't worry, I have nothing but absolute confidence in your design. I don't make a habit of speaking like that to a capable junior. It's alright, I understand. Oh, Kaveh, by the way. Up to it, Kaveh. We do this plan, so I need to really watch the revisions all used to get done. I'm going. Oh, I just wanted to say, you're gonna always come to me if you ever need guidance to help with anything. Don't worry, Archon. It's all under control. Cute wave. And then just walk away again. Take care, Archon. Můžeš jít...
Paimon's heart can't take much more of this.
Sure. Paimon has a little something on her face. No, I can't put my finger on it, ale něco... Something's happening. Give me a second. Just for now, we're gonna do a little bit of this. Z nějakého důvodu teďko nejenom, že je moje lidská schránka nemocná, tak je i ta hra stejně hodně nemocná. To musím tady šachovat, jak v nějaký logic puzzle. Prostě tohle dát dovnitř, tohle dát ven, tohle refreshnout, dá se dovnitř. A second. Let's move our meeting spot to Party's DI, just in case. Portos was a good choice in terms of location, but forgot to factor in the festivities. Should we go now? I think that would be the best choice. Kave can focus on the design of the candy tower. The rest of us will transport the materials over there. Don't worry, Kave. I'll support you no matter what design you come up with. Thank you. Mada Faruzan said she doesn't normally yell at the juniors, but I feel like I just got a glimpse of a true senior researcher. Even though there's nothing senior about her appearance. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Alright, it's decided. Let's meet tomorrow at Party's DI. Okay, second gift complete. Hey. Obsluha lokální taverny, Faruzan. Poor Kave, getting scolded by a senior like me. I should treat him to a nice meal next time. Aw, he's cute. We were just acting, but now I can't stop thinking of all the changes I could make to the design. Maybe I do need a break from commissions. It is. I hope the Gen Dragon didn't see you through us just now. I wish we got the chance to ask her about the gem. Takže se prozatím rozloučím. Bylo to prozatím hodně záživný. Bylo by to dobrý, kdyby postavy měly nějaký voice acting, anebo kdyby nikdo neměl voice acting. Jako to, že za prvý, to, že má Paimon voice acting a ostatní to mi přijde divný. To, že má i Saino voice acting a Paimon a nikdo jiný, všichni ostatní jsou potichu. To mi přijde extrémně divný. To jako měl jenom Saino čas takhle na ten event a ostatní prostě nemohli stihnout nahrát voice. To se prostě dá nahrát prostě jako home office style, jako to jako prostě měli plný schedule a z celého Sumeru crew, z celého prostě crewmeru, vole, nebo jak se jmenou na YouTube, tak prostě jenom Saino, ten týpek, co dělá Saina, měl čas. Nikdo jiný neměl čas. Prostě ani Kaveh, ani Faruzan, ani Nahida, ani Nilu. Nikdo neměl čas. Ale prostě Saina prostě ten měl čas na extra liny a tak prostě řekli, you know what, všichni budou sticha, bude to jako při hangouty nebo při těch miniquestech, kdy nikdo nemluví. Ani Paimon nemluví při těch miniquestech. Ale ty budeš mít voice liny. Ty budeš jediná voiceovaná postava mezi desítkama různých jiných postav, který nemluví. To mě prostě rozhazuje. Ale to je takové jako, že story toho eventu je dobrý a hodně se těším na ten surprise. Takže jsem ochoten to přehlídnout a vidět jenom toto story jako takový, což taky lidi interaktující s Faruzan je věc, kterou jsem chtěl hodně vidět, protože prostě její existence je relativně signifikantní, je přes 100 let stará, ale pořád vypadá jako malá mladá holka a má svůj partikulární prostě chutě, aby ji oslovovali Madame Faruzan, tak jsem chtěl vědět, jak se ostatní s tím popasujou. Ale má ráda Kaveha. Takže to je taky nový zjištění. Taky záhada future siteového gemu, který má nějaký druhý sesterský gem. Možná jeden ten gem vidí minulost a druhý vidí budoucnost, opravdu. Takže možná. A možná, nebo prostě to bude super future site a předpoví nějakou budoucí strašlivou událost na několik prostě updateů dopředu. Anyway, to bude tak všechno, takový souhrn emocí a dosavadních zkušeností. Počkám minimálně 24 hodin, možná nějaký těch 1-2 dny navíc, protože konec konců, když se podíváme, tak to time remaining je téměř 12 dní ještě, takže jako čas na to mám. nemusím to tak až tolik uspěchávat. Takže si možná dám na čas, možná to udělám hned další den, když se mi opravdu bude chtít, ale to už je plánování spíš pro mě. A jako jsme na konci, běžně otázka vyšpulu, což bych teďko nedělal normálně. Ale jelikož mám postranní úmysly, který vyžadují vyšpul, tak si jeden dáme, takhle uprostřed lomeno ve 2/3 videa. Takže anyway, prostě takže to znamená jenom, že ten další banner i po tomhletom banneru pravděpodobně skipnu, co se týče těch pulů, protože jako technicky za to jako bych mohl to brát z toho hlediska, že jako ten hardpit je až 70, 80, 90 nebo tak nějak jako, že tady posledních pár je jakoby nebezpečných v úvozovkách. Ale pořád je tam to 0,5%, který se může stát, i když prostě to vůbec nebudem čekat, ani to nebudem chtít, tak prostě dostanu třeba Chiory, já nevím, na druhý ten půl, prostě nahned. To jako stalo se mi to už s Tartagliou. Jsem dal hardpity a prostě úplně na full na 90 půlů celkem na Zhongliho. A ten druhý alternativní charakter banner byl Tartaglia Child. A tak jsem pulnul další díl na Childův banner, protože Zhongliho už jsem měl, tak aspoň pulnu na něco nového, kdyby náhodou. A hned asi druhý ten půl, první nebo ten druhý ten půl, prostě v tom díle, kdy jsem dělal prostě 2 ten půly, tak jeden z těch 2 ten půlů, hned ten další díl byl Child. Takže prostě to by se klidně mohlo stát, kdykoliv. Takže proto já neriskuju ani jeden jediný ten půl a budu tady dál kumulovat moje vyšové impérium, který je už teď dost vysoký na tu hardpity. Takže jak jsem říkal i předtím v nějakých dílech, až tam bude nějaký banner, který se mu bude líbit, tak natočím asi 6 dílů najednou ve stejný týden. Takže na to se připravuju. Anywho, dáme ten půl jeden, když to bude extra hodně stinky, tak možná dáme druhý. Mám téměř 5 ten půl, tak jednou za čas teďkon, když stejně jsem ve vyčkávací poloze, tak nejsem v nějakým presu dělat epizody, pokud jako dneska nebude nějaký event. Tak, další ten půl standardní, může to být cokoliv, RNG, give us something nice. Nějaký hezký 4-starový charakter, no weapons, no enemies. Come on, give us something nice, something good, something. Zase jedna jediná věc úplně na konci, prosím, ať to není vicit, ty vole. Jestli to bude zase nějaká ta jedna podělaná spellbooka, kterou jako vicit, nebo něco takového, co nepoužívám, ty vole, já přísám, že s něčím jebnu. Ale to není zbraň, sem, ať je to jaký velký. Yes! Kačina znova. Hell yes. To definitivně bere. Všemi 10. Hey, more materials. This is gonna refresh sometime later. Tady to si utratím za další, abych měl to další kulatý číslo. 10 chybí to, si dokoupím. Takže už mám skoro zase 40 bez jednoho. Tak, tady chybí už na Ember 3. Refresh in 5 days. Takže toho akorát dosáhnu těsně před tím limitem, až udělám tu druhou část tohohle eventu a udělám 2 ten půl i tam. To už by mě mělo tam na to dosáhnout. Takže já se ještě podíváme na madam. Tady je madam a Kačina. Jo, vlastně jak se jmenuje její talenty, protože tady bude něco s tím. Turbo Twirly, time to get serious. Já už tam jedno mám. She absorbs some other charge by crystallize when she mounts a response. When Kachina uses Ultina, she will regain 29 soul points. If there is no Turbo Twirly belonging to her on the field, she will enter a blessing and summon one. Okay. Takže může díl potom vrtáku jezdit a dělat s tím věci. Zajímavé. Další už je ten level up, pak pasivka mezi, level up a finální pasivka. Věci se mi zatím nedal, protože to zatím nemá cenu relativně. Takže to zatím existuje. A to bude pro dnešní díl všechno. Děkuji, že jste se dívali prozatím, a jelikož to není úplně konec, ale jenom konec první části, která bude jedna ze dvou částí stejného celku, tak se s váma neloučím na dobro, ale jenom vás předávám sám sobě do druhé části. Tak vás vítám u další části, u mě po několika dnech. I když je to několik dní, tak pořád jsem bohužel nemocen z hlediska hlasového. Takže mu dokážu mluvit jenom v této jedné tónině. Jakýkoliv vyšší nebo nižší hlas je buď nezaslechnutelný, nebo se přemění bolestné pištění, takže ta konkrétní tónina, ke který mluvím, je jediný, čeho dosáhnu. Takže budu doufat, že toho nebudu muset moc mluvit v té třetí poslední části, kterou máme, která předtím byla o den, půl dne daleko. Takže máme tady novou zkusku v Pardis DI, jelikož nás Nahida načapala v Portormosu. Tak nás Nilu zachránila a my přesouváme své plánování do jiných míst, konkrétně sem. A tedy budeme dokončit věc. Tak je ještě jedna věc, kterou bych mohl udělat hned. Všechny ty minihry jsem dodělal a už jsem tady dosáhnul maxima, takže si invitnem Candice oficiálně. Tada! Cadence. Se bude hodit, to zkoukneme až na konci videa. Tak.
Maybe she overslept.
Jo, Saino je jedinej, vole, kdo... Saino je jedinej, kdo má voice acting a ostatní ne. To je prostě tak divný. Maybe she... I don't know, that has never happened before. Did anyone see her on the way here?
What's got you all looking so worried?
Miss Nilu isn't here yet.
Oh, maybe she's just running late.
That's not like her. She's come early every other time we've met. Besides, I know that the Grand Bazaar team made up with her before.
But I was told she had left first thing this morning.
And now Sino's here, but Nilu's still nowhere to be found.
That's exactly why we were worried. Any progress with the robbery case by the by?
We interrogated the people in charge of the caravan on the day of the incident, but they were technically the victims of the case, and all their goods were lost, so there was no evidence to investigate. Their goods are certainly suspicious, but until we recover them, all we can do is to observe the caravan under the guise of protection. We contacted the original seller of the gem. Apparently, he sold the other half to a young man in the desert, but that's all he could tell us.
So to summarize, the location of the hazardous materials and the second gem are a complete mystery. And now Nilu is also missing.
Wait, you think Nilu's disappearance is connected to all this?
We're still not sure if the three events are connected, but if they are, it will probably have something to do with Nilu's dance of Sabzeruz. The dance is a key part of the festival. If someone was trying to sabotage the celebration, Nilu would be a natural target.
Traveler, Candace, there's no time to waste. Let's try to follow her trail. Tainari, can you stay back and explain the situation to everyone when they arrive?
Of course, it's still possible Nilu was simply held up by something. I'll wait here. Cave number 3.
No.
Should go. Oh wait here. Traveling over the mountain roads, going uphill down to Grand Bazaar.
Mr. Zubair!
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
We're looking for Nilu. Do you know where she is?
Nilu. She left bright and early this morning. Said she had to help out a friend.
Was she by herself? And did you happen to see which gate she used to leave the city?
Well, she definitely left alone. As for the direction, I think she left through the gate to the north.
So, the complete opposite direction of Pardis Di.
Did something happen? This is no time for practical jokes, you...
Mr. Zubair, could you send word to Pardis Di if Nilu comes back to the Grand Bazaar?
Of course. I'm sure she just got caught up in something. Still, let me know if you find her.
We will. All right. Let's leave through the north gate and see what we can find.
Wow. Celý cinematic story moment, který byl fully voice acted jedinýma 2 postavama, který mluví. A nádhera. Jsem skoro zapomněl, jaký je to pocit.
Miss Navida, have you seen Nilu this morning?
Nilu? Oh, yes. I saw her head up
Which way did she go?
that way, I believe.
Was there anyone following her? Did everything look okay?
I mean, it looked like she was in a good mood. She even stopped to say hello. And no, I didn't see anyone else.
All right.
Holy
The
name.
trail ends here. There's no one else we can ask for clues.
There are intersecting sets of footprints on the ground. We could track some of them.
With this many traces, it's easy to get mixed up. Let me take a closer look.
Podpatky? No. Wait, that figure is... Nick, could you excuse me for a moment?
Sure. We'll continue analyzing the footprints over here.
Tell us right away if you find anything. Mini Mujik.
Arasaka, it's you!
It's the girl that nice golden Nara. Arasaka must
Why
hide.
would you need to hide? We're friends, aren't we?
Friends. Arasaka is friends with the golden Nara, but Arapa said Arasaka can't talk to many people right now.
Oh, what?
He thinks Arasaka will let everything slip by accident. Arasaka shouldn't say any more.
Let things slip, huh? Okay, we just have one question. Did you see a girl walk by?
A Nara with a beautiful flower. A red Nara who's pretty like Parisara. Yes, Arasaka saw that Nara.
Really? Which way did she go?
She went towards a messy pile of rocks with another Nara, but Arasaka doesn't know
A
them.
messy pile of rocks?
Probably the ruins near Fane of Ashwata.
Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Arasaka.
Arasaka's happy to help guide Golden Nara. Can Nara's help Arasaka?
Arasaka, about the other thing you mentioned.
Arasaka doesn't know anything. I won't say anything else. Bye.
Well, guess that ends this conversation. Well, let's tell Sino and Candace what...
The Fane of Ashwata?
Footprints seem to lead in that direction as well.
Where did you get this information?
Well, information.
All right. I trust you.
Let's go after them. Hopefully.
Another vision?
Yeah, but this time I only heard faint voices. What did they say? It sounded like two people having a conversation. There was someone asking, will she find out? And something about following the tracks.
Was Nilu one of the voices?
Couldn't tell. The voices were too muffled.
Let's head towards the ruins for now. The vision could mean we're on the right track.
Wow, can't believe we've walked this far already. You should be getting close, right? Nevím, jestli tohle něco ukazuje jako ke komu mluví, ale tenhle cár mi připomíná... Vypadá to jako nějaký hvězdy na purple backgroundu, což mi připomíná Monu. Jako některé její designy, části jejího outfitu by měly podobný feel, ale na druhou stranu, co by tu dělala Mona. Takže to bude pravděpodobně někdo, koho jsem nevěděl, ale já rád teorizuji.
Nilu!
Huh?
Nilu! We knew there'd be a bad guy with you! Leave her alone, you...
Sabzeruz. Bad guy? What do you mean?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, we would all have to know. Taky nemá voice acting, super. Am I not supposed to be here? Teďko měla úplně jiný plány. A lidi prostě nebyli informováni. Takže ne, nemáš tu být. What are you guys doing here?
Can we stick to one question at a time? Oh wait, that one doesn't count. What dreadful cacophony.
Sorush tam má voice liny.
Practice?
Proč Sorush má voice liny? V tom kavernu a v Goodenival celým tý miniquestový sádze neměla ani jednu voice lineu. A tady nejednou má. What the fuck?
Sarouche!
Hey, good to see you again, Sorush.
Pale floater. And my Yasnapati.
You know this red floating being?
Excuse you. I, Sarouche, am a noble pari, and the bloom guard of Quarina. Sarouche is a pari we met in the Vorukasha Oasis. She's really nice. You just have to get used to the way she talks.
Huh? Mr. Setos, the item on your person. Oh, yeah, means this cracked wedge-hat eye? Ah. Druhá půlka. There we go.
So you were the one who bought the other gem.
A Wijat Eye Pari. Sounds like something I've read about before.
Then you can probably guess what really happened.
Now's not the time for riddles. Everyone in the city is still worried about Nilu.
Worry about me? But I left a message for everyone.
Message? What message?
We never received anything like that. A nikdo neví, kam si šla, nikdo nedostal informaci, takže
Don't tell
what are
me
you talking
Rashnu
about?
fell asleep halfway there. Again? Oh, hearing that name, this is all starting to check out.
Who's Rashnu?
The party that was supposed to pass on the message. She did look really tired, but...
Hold on, let's take this one thing at a time. First, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing? Well, it starts with the first time I met Sarouche. Congratulations. My jsme se s ní už měli tu čest potkat a zachránit celý region. Tak co přinutila dělat tebe?
Sarouche, they're here.
Oni všichni mají voice liny, yes! Let's enjoy.
I've had enough of these insufferable rascals, wreaking havoc in the desert right and left. Wake up, Rashnu! We need to teach them a lesson or we'll never get another good night's sleep.
Pořád spí. Nope.
I'll trap them with my thorns when they pass by, and you can take care of the rest. Perfect! They don't stand a chance. Let's give them a taste of sheer terror!
What in the thorns?
Boss, the wagon is stuck!
Now!
Let's fucking get him. Oh, okay. What? Get about the stream merchant cards, unlimited motor.
Behold my might! Careful careful, Sarush. Don't get too...
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Mám jako být vysoko, nebo?
Bombs! There are bombs falling from the sky! Ah!
Stop panicking!
Perish, you scoundrels!
Never really had enough, don't you think?
Who might you be?
William said those. I was out for a walk when I heard the commotion. Since you already destroyed everything they had, I would say you could stop here. These kinds of situations can get easily out of hand.
Brazen youth! Have you any idea to whom you speak?
Bloomguard Sarush, and about the party, all children of the desert know your name.
So you're not entirely ignorant after all. Fine, I'm willing to call it a day. But if those scoundrels continue to disrupt the peace of this land, I will show no mercy.
Okay. What the fuck? Teď, když můžu vstřebat Sarush skrze její actual hlas a další content, prostě tak získává její osobnost. Ta osoba v mým mysli úplně nový rozměr od té toho cover na questu v minulosti. The two of us really hit it off after that, so I became her guide
You
in
really
the
can get
forest.
along with anyone, huh? Sethos fulfilled his duty well. I have come here for a monumental task. What task? I heard Lesser Lord Kusanali is currently celebrating her birthday in the city. As her familiars, the Pari have decided to bestow upon her a special gift. As decided by Elder Zervin, the Bloomguard of the Pari, that would be me, will present the dance of Sabzeruz to Lesser Lord Kusanali, a tradition passed down over the centuries.
Oh, yeah? How do we know that you're not kidding? I told Soros the dancer was already decided, but she insisted on meeting you in person.
Good thing I did. How was I to know the current version is nothing like the original? Well, there are bound to be changes over the centuries.
I was so excited to see the original version. I begged Miss Soros to teach me. It's such a rare opportunity. If I present this special version at the Sabzeruz Festival, I'm sure the Dendro Archon will love it. And all the spectators too.
I appreciated young Nilu's determination, so I invited her here to practice in peace.
Ashtade? Really?
Oh, so that's what happened. Feels like we've been chasing bad guys for days, but in the end, there were no bad guys at all. It was all for Nahida's surprise.
Hold on, don't forget about the guys with fireworks. Still haven't figured out what they were up to. Wreaking havoc in the desert, trying to turn a profit by illegally excavating ruins and tombs. That's my guess.
That would explain why they chose a remote path away from Aru village. They're lucky you didn't catch them in the act.
Huh, a few moments with me and they'll be begging for their days of baking in the hot sun.
Okay, remind Paimon not to get on Candace's bad side.
Yep. By the way, Miss Candace, I notice you're carrying the other half of the Jedi.
Yeah. What exactly is this thing?
It was a gift from King Deshret to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay. Probably belonged to Greater Lord Urgadavata, actually. Yup. It probably belonged to Greater Lord Urgadavata, actually. But given what happened to Irminsul, Lumine is the only one who actually knows that. That's right, so you read the legend too.
I only know the basics. I never thought these two gems could be connected to the relic from the legend.
I only bought the gem because it seemed like there was something special about it. The legend didn't come into play until I checked certain texts back at the Temple of Silence. The legend has it that King Deshret and the Goddess of Flowers, Lady Malikata, both prepared surprise gifts for Greater Lord Urgadavata during the first Sabzeruz Festival. They scattered candy along a path to lead her towards the site of the banquet. Eventually she arrived at a lake where she heard the sound of music. Lord Al-Ahmar was plucking the strings of an instrument where Lady Malikata performed a beautiful dance. Together, the two extended their heartfelt wishes to their dear friend, and each bestowed upon her a precious gift. Lady Malikata gave her the caverna to protect the rainforest, and Lord Alakmar gave her the Wedged Eye to record the moments they shared together.
But the Ouija Eye was lost after the cataclysm in Conria, buried deep beneath the sands.
And Lesser Lord Kusanali turned the Quarina into a divine bird, tasked with guarding the border between new birth and death, until the bird shattered into pieces and gave rise to the party. So
Ja,
Candace
tamten bug.
actually saw things recorded by the Ouija Eye.
I was definitely surprised it still had the power to record events after all this time. Its power seems to only resonate with the people of Arlakmar, also known as the descendants of King Deshret. Despite the damage, it still holds many scenes from the past. Faint voices I heard earlier. Could it actually have been Lord Alakmar and the Goddess of Flowers? What do you plan with the two pieces of the eye? If you don't mind, I'd like to place them under the custody of the temple I serve to, so it's all mine. Sure, I don't have any use for it anyway.
Technically, the eye belongs to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Why don't you just give it back?
I'm not sure that would be wise. Even if she remembers the story, I fear all the remains of this fragmented piece of memory is grief. A record of sad memories, as Nazar and the Wanderer feel sad on
I
her
don't fully
birthday.
understand your reasoning, but if this is the decision of the group, as well as my Yasnapati, then I shall object no further. Well, are you going to let me teach the girl the dance of Sabzeruz, or do you intend to drag this on incessantly? She's got a point. Now that we know it was all a false alarm, let's go back and tell everyone what happened. They're probably worried.
I'll tell the other Matra to keep an eye out for that caravan. If we find evidence of any misconduct, we won't let them off lightly.
Guess I'll stay here then. There's a bunch of monsters nearby, so it's good to have someone to stand guard. Sorry to make you worry, everyone. I'll head back and help once I'm done.
Focus! No more distractions! Now, follow along!
Yes, Master Sarish.
Watch closely. 1 and 2 and...
1 and 2, and... You go ahead, I'll step. Okay, return to Paradise DI. Sure. Whoop. Other people here. Hello. You're finally back. I was so worried. I was this close to sending some mercs after you. Nothing bad happened, right?
It was all just a misunderstanding.
So let's talk shop. That's a relief. I'm glad it's all taken care of.
How are the preparations going?
Well, Gave's diagram is done. It looks like he pulled an all-nighter to finish it, so he went home to sleep. We built the frame of the tower while you were
I
gone.
think I'll check it over later, though. We were so worried about you all. It was kind of hard to focus.
In any case, there's not much left to do. If we all work together, we'll be done in no time. Also, Dunjar má taky svoji voice actorku na scéně. Ne, já nevím, proč 50% lidí si řeklo, že prostě nedorazí a 50 lidí se prostě že dorazí. What?
We don't have to worry about missing the parade!
To zní jako kdyby s nima k těma voice actorům přišli na poslední chvíli a jenom půlka z nich na to měla čas a půlka ne. Tak prostě místo toho, aby to něco s tím udělali nebo prostě jim vyšli vstříc, tak prostě OK, tak půlka bude mít hlas a půlka ne. Jakož půlka neměla čas. Why not? Prostě to je tak divný. Speaking of parade, could I ask for a favor, Lumine? As long as something I can do. The Academia wants the representative from every Darshan to nominate someone to serve as the Knight of Flowers for the parade. After some discussion, we agreed that you would be the best person for the job. Lumina jako Knight of Flowers. It will be my honor. Great, you're a hero of the Sumeru and personal friend of Dendro Archon. We all thought you were the best candidate. Make sure to knock it out of the park. Hey, don't stress her out. Aren't you also in the parade this time, Candace? You're playing the tambour, right? Yes, I'm providing the background music for Miss Nilu's dance.
Whoa, Paimon's never heard you play music before.
If you like it, you're welcome in our village anytime. I'm more than happy to lull you to sleep. Looking forward to it.
Actually, I have a favor to ask as well. These are the decorations for the flower carriage. Could you bring them to the sanctuary of Surasthana and hang them on the carriage? Oh, it would mean a lot to have the Knight of Flowers personally decorated.
My pleasure.
You can count on us.
Everyone splits up the remaining tasks. The entire Pacific Flood Festival makes for quick work. Before you know it, the sun is set and everyone breaks for the night.
We're done. Now we just have to go to the sanctuary of Surasthana and hang the decorations on the flower carriage. Huh. Wonder what the sanctuary looks like the night before the festival. Let's go check it out.
Ta carriage je vysloveně vedle, takže jako we will check it out, whether we want to or not. Dun 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 dun. Decorate. No. Extra flowers.
That should be good. All we need to do now is wait for the parade tomorrow.
Wait for the parade to begin. Okay, all the preparations are done. Wait until the start of the parade. Vidíte mi jako něco, co můžu udělat, nebo? Můžu to pořád jenom pohoupat, ale všechny minihry mám hotový a tohle je poslední věc, takže let's do it. Takže, what are you talking about?
Fell asleep halfway there. Again?
To turn a profit,
Sorry.
Master Serish. To je asi hrozný. Dobrý, jdeš. Tak. Den oslavy, kdy všechno stane. Hey, happy birthday. Everyone's been avoiding me lately. They're acting squirrely, like they're hiding something. Něco schovávají na mý narozeniny? Ne, to je tak podezřelý. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this after the parade. But first, birthday celebrations with delicious candy, beautiful flower carriage, and huh? Sorry to keep you waiting, dear Archon. Time to head out, dear Knight of Flowers. He told me, he was like, when I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. It was my birthday. The Knight of Flowers and their attendants found me. Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. Lumine v tom outfitu vypadá bojsky. As the Sabzeruz Festival began, everyone smiled and gathered around me.
Are those Parisaras?
Everyone prepared a bunch of surprises for me. Candy exploded in all directions like dazzling fireworks. Aw. 3, 2, 1. The birds suddenly appeared. In that moment, the world erupted in brilliant color. Actually, I have a surprise of my own. Come on now. Mužici. Že donutí se ukázat na veřejnosti ty mužíky. When I woke up, I was running out of garage. It felt just like a dream. Never had I witnessed a more perfect day. Parade has concluded without any problems, and all returned to Party's DI. Yay. Here's to a successful birthday surprise. Hey, Faruzan. Hey, everyone. Cheers. I knew it. I knew you had it in you. Kaveh, you're a genius, architect, truly. Faruzan, you might have a little too much to drink. She's been able to contain her excitement since she saw the candy tower hit the flower garage. I even saw her sneak a few extra drinks just now. Hey, we all deserve to loosen up once in a while. That's what festivals are for. By the way, Candace, your playing was amazing out there. How come you've never showed us before? Oh, it's just something I do in passing. When the night watch is calm and the stars are out, I like to play a few tunes to pass the time. You think the stars in the sky get to hear you play more than us? No fair. Honestly, I think Miss Nilu's dancing was the real star of the event. Wait, when did this become about me? A všichni šťastně konverzujou. Meanwhile, skupina číslo 2. I see, so the Wedgehead Eye is now under the custody of the Temple of Silence. You can borrow it for research if you want. No need. Certain objects merely represent a period of history. Once the events they exemplify are brought to light, there's a little value in further study. Huh? I thought you at least want to see it. A legendary gem like that is sure to be a wonder to behold. Couldn't hurt to take a look. I'm not about to make the trip to the Temple of Silence for that. It's too far. You and your hermit tendencies, I swear. Although, if someone ever brings it for the Akemi for appraisal, I wouldn't mind taking a look.
On that topic, I wonder how much it's worth.
I never really read about it. It's kind of like an ancient palace in a way. Not many people are going to break off a piece of the wall and send it for appraisal. That actually sounds like something my Darshan would do. I heard some underclassmen have quite the sense of curiosity. Well, if that does happen, write a report and send it to my office. What, is that a protocol or something? No, I'd just like to know when interesting things are brought back to academia. I might want to check them out. Why did I ever bother asking? I just shut my mouth shut. Interesting. You use reports as some sort of alarm clock system.
An alarm? Yes, that's what I heard just now. Dear friends, a critical moment has arrived.
Wait, I didn't hear anything. It sounded like Hermanubis would call on you and not me.
It is time to come together and play genius
Is that colleague calling me? Gotta go. Genius vacation this, genius vacation that. When's colleague gonna give me an excuse to leave? Diner je prostě zdrhá. Everyone seems to be having a lot of fun. What about you? Are you having fun? Yeah, I just know there'll be the most unforgettable birthday I'll ever have.
Great Archon, you have a long life ahead of you. Isn't it too early to draw such a conclusion?
Not at all. Sometimes a single moment is all it takes to know you'll remember something for the rest of your life. Your name is Sorush, right? Would you and your friends ever consider coming to live in Sumeru City?
Thank you for your kindness, Great Archon. But we Pari have our own duties, and we find the city a bit too noisy.
Is that so? If you spend more time among people, you might start to enjoy the commotion.
Well, that's also true. I have fond memories of my adventures with Pale Floater and my Yasnapati. Really? Paimon's happy to hear that. It felt like this Sabzeruz Festival had surprises for everyone.
Yay.
Called out the Aranara, Paimon nearly fell out of the sky in shock.
I'm glad you liked it. I told him to stay hidden so no one knew what was
No
coming.
wonder Arasaka was so flustered. He was trying to keep it a secret. Oh, Paimon's sure everyone in Sumeru loved the surprise. It felt like a dream.
A dream, huh? Takže se všichni budeme myslet, že to nebylo real? Že to bylo jenom výmysl? No, it's nothing. I was just wondering if everything we're doing right now all just might be a big dream. Then we should do our best to remember it. Let's capture this moment forever, so that even if we wake up, this moment will be never lost. That must have been what Al-Ahmar wanted when he gave Rukravata the Wajad eye. Even though we don't have anything that powerful, we still have our own way to stop time. But how can we do that? Well, you know. Alright, close together please. People on the left make some room. Someone is stepping on me. Sorry, Madam Faruzan, there's not a lot of space.
Pale Floater! This spot is reserved for the mighty Pari. Paimon's the only one allowed to float next.
So that's what you meant. A picture. Never thought about it in that way before. From now on, every time you look at the photo, you'll remember the joy of this moment. I don't have experience with this kind of stuff, but I trust you. Kouzlo fotek jsme učili i Raiden Shogun, takže to už je druhý archon, který mu vysvětlujeme fotky. Což je zajímavý, že se to stalo dvakrát. I believe with all my heart that the time will stop for us in this moment. Get in the picture too, Kave. Just need to set the timer and we're good. Zoom. Everyone ready? In 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! Yay! Happy birthday! Si udělám screen pro své pozdější účely. Koukněte na ty všechny. Všichni oslavují happy birthday. A oslavenec prostřed. And third gift complete. A je to i zarámovaný. Nice. Si to můžu vyvěsit ve svý Serenity potě. Takže clear, nikdo tady nestojí. Yep. And that is all. Všechno tady hotový. Jo, tady to bylo nějak... Tady nějaký třetí, který jsem neobjevil, kde je, jenom to mi to ukazovalo tu flower carriage předtím nebo něco, tak jsem asi musel nejdřív to dodělat. No, je to jenom další event. Pravděpodobně nějaký bojový, který jí není málo. Nemáš tak zapotřebí. Prostě nějaký tady ty křičníky. Jo. A v skutku bude všechno. Už to je to pryč, takže jsme úspěšně oslavili Nahidiny narozeniny. Hodně štěstí, zdraví v dalších letech, ať se Sumeru daří. A tobě taky. A my zatím zakončíme video. Takže oslava dobrá. Voice actingový problém mě lehce trápí, ale je to event, který prostě naplánovali v uvozovkách, když v Oslově naplánovali, pochybuju právě. Prostě vymysleli, že prostě bude nějaký event, prostě one-timeový. Není to Archon quest nebo nějaký charakter story quest, ve kterém chybí voice acting. Takže takže jako jsem ochotný to prominout, ale pořád si to budu pamatovat jako tu věc, kde chyběl voice acting, kde měl být. Jako rozhodně by tu na mě by měl být voice acting. To je jako kdyby v Lantern Raidu nebyl voice acting. Jako voiceovat, kdybych měl voiceovat celý Lantern Raid, tak to já nevím, jak by mi to hlas dával, i kdyby byl zdravý. Takže jako asi tak. Anyway, jsem si to rozhodně užil, i přes voice actový maličkosti, který mě trápí, tak celková struktura toho eventu a Nahidiných narozenin byla senzační. A i když tam nikdo moc nevoisektoval, tak jsem slyšel jokestera Saino, jak teluje joky a je hrozně jakože troll. To jsem konečně witnessnul, poté co jsem jenom slyšel to jako rumor. A taky Soruš jsem poprvé slyšel mluvit. Takže to mě taky potěšilo, to byla taky novinka pro mě. Protože celá ta Cavern of Good and Evil byla silent. Takže poprvé Soruš mluví. Jej. A jo. Takže to bude všechno a než se rozhodne, tak si samozřejmě dáme vyspělou. A za chvíli se nám mění banery, ale ten další taky nebude nic moc pro mě. Což jenom znamená prodloužení mé genshinské pauzy. Dokud nebude ten banner za tímhletím dalším bannerem. A budu doufat, že to bude nějaký banner s nějakou postavou, kterou budu hodně chtít, protože jako nevím, jak dlouho jsem ochotný čekat. Anyway, budem pulovat dál na ten standard randomizer banneru, kde může padnout úplně cokoliv. A já budu doufat, že padne něco valuable. Takže žádný zbraně, alright? A jo. Takže půlneme jednou, už jednou jsem půloval v půlce. A půlneme ještě jednou, možná dvakrát. Můj target je tady 34, myslím těch, abych splašil Ember, jakož ta je docela vzácná. Ta vanilová core trojka, Ember, Lisa a Kaya. Protože ta trojka je vzácná, mít na ně ty konstelace, tak ty se snažím sehnat, když to tam je v tom shopu. Takže půlneme jednou, budem doufat, že je to něco valuable, abych z toho měl věc a jdeme na to. Že když to bude 400 věc, tak prostě prosím něco valuable. Nějaký charakter, nejlíp, který mám. I guess. Nějaký, za který hraju, to by bylo fajn. Když charaktery, za který hraju, tak tam konstelace mám. Kdyby mi dropnul seto, z kterýho nemám, tak to bych byl šťastný. I když bych ho možná nepoužil, ale měl bych ho do sbírky. A kompletování sbírek si já cením. Samozřejmě mi dají jenom jeden jediný drop a ještě ho k tomu šoupnu úplně nakonec. Takže come on. Je to zbraň, ty vole, Sacrificial Bow. Na Sacrificial série zrovna bow jsem mockrát nedostal. Takže I'll take it. Well, I got the bow. Cool. Jelikož se nechystám úplně na další díl, ať to bude cokoliv, kdykoliv brzo, částečně kvůli tomu, že budu čekat tady v banerech. Až se mi tam dá po tomhle banneru ten další a ten další ještě celý taky vyprší za asi 20 dní. Takže teď asi měsíc v mého času nebudu nic natáčet a budu čekat. Ale možná něco natočím, pokud budu mít dostatečný abstract. Protože další je jeden hangout a jeden side story quest post charakterový před dalším marathon pokračováním. Takže jsou tam docela zajímavé věci, které bych chtěl se k ním dostat. Takže uvidíme. Anyway, já dám i ten druhý, protože why not? Je to sacrificial zbraň, ale nějakou postavu bych měl rád, kdybych dostal. Takže come on, give it to me. Dejte mi nějakou postavu. Please. Please. Číslo 6, I guess. 7. Come on. Dej ona. Cool. A nic. A já nemám nemaxovanou. Jsem aspoň dostal gigaporci to. Well, to znamená jedno. Ember, come home. Yeah. Ember. Si prozatím budu šetřit a to refreshne zrovna dny, takže se budu moct koupit tady za tohle. Můžem to zatím ještě tady. No. Tak si čekneme konstelace. Máme Ember. Ty Puppet Wearing. Konstelace už 4. Pasivka mezi těma level boostama. Decreases explosives of puppets cooldown by 20% and adds 1 additional charge. Takže ten puppet budu moct vyhodit 2krát a ještě se bude refreshovat ten puppet rychlejc. To je useful. To je rozhodně valuable. Tady ty dva názvy těch konstelací se konektujou. It's not just any doll, it's Baron Bunny. Pak ten Fire Arrow Rain increases party members movement speed and attack. OK. To ještě bude buffovat, když budu v tom kruhu těch šípů. Sure. Alright. Ještě Cadence. Ale Candice. Ta má druhou konstelaci teprve. To jsem měl hodně dlouho problém dropnout vůbec. Takže... Že Heron Sanctum je normálně v akcelerátě. Že jo, ten skill, when the skill hits opponent's cadence's max HP will be increased by 20%. OK. Takže se ještě nabífuje, když je mají za tím štítem. Sure. Že Cadence bude ještě větší tank. No, sure, why not? Anyway, to bude ten všechno. To ukončím co nejdřív, protože můj hlas je totálně v háji a tohleto vložně natáčím jenom proto, že to chci mít skatalogovaný a nechci o to přijít a chci si to zakatalogovat, abych na to mohl pak se podívat zpětně a vědět, že jsem to udělal. A kdybych se na to chtěl podívat zpětně, tak toho jsem velkým fanouškem. Takže jsem hold obětoval teďkon se obětoval svoje hlasivky a svoje už tak vratké zdraví pro tento limited time event. Ale všechno, co není limited time, tak dávám on hold a prostě nic nebude, dokud žádný Genshin prostě dál nebude, bude odložený do té doby, dokud se neuzdravím minimálně. A taky ten banner. Ale což ten banner, který chci, tam bude asi v době, co se uzdravím, protože už to mám týden a neví se to, takže kdo ví, třeba z toho umřu. Kdo ví. Šoš. Anyway, bude ode mě všechno, abych se zase nezapovídal na milion let jako nějaký solo podcast. Děkuji, že jste se dívali a pokud budete spát, tak dobrou noc.